The Emerald Lands, or Rokugan in the tongue of its people, comprise a vast, majestic countryside that stretches 900 miles from the pine valleys and snow capped peaks of the Great Wall of the North Mountains at one end to the austere Carpenter Wall standing vigil along the country's desolate southern border.
Beyond the wall lies the Shadowland, a blighted land tainted by the influence of hell itself, and dangerous for even the most legendary heroes to step foot within. At its widest point, Rokugan measures 600 miles, from the Sea of the Sun Goddess in the east to the burning sands in the west. Within its borders, bountiful plains ripple gold in the sunlight, and primordial forests hide mysterious spirits and dangerous creatures.
Hot springs straddle mountain ranges and hills laden with precious gems and minerals. Countless rivers, lakes, and streams wind their way toward the ocean, where fish, seaweed, and pearls are netted by divers and fishermen. Crimson Torii mark the gateway to sacred spaces, which exist alongside the sprawling cities and huddled hamlets of human civilization.
Each of the seven great clans presides over a different corner of the empire, protecting the natural harmony of the land and the kami that dwell there. Shrines and temples dot the landscape, marking places of spiritual power and contemplation. Fortifications, large and small, protect the roads, bridges, mountain passes, and the domains of great lords.
In the shadows of these castles, towns and villages prosper from the efforts of craftspeople and artisans. Beyond the city limits, peasants toil over rice paddies and fields of grain, or hunt and gather the bounty of the forests. To travel the empire on its few roads, samurai must obtain special papers and pay a tax towards their upkeep.
Merchants' carts and horses are banned from the imperial highways altogether, forcing them to rely on special trade routes to carry goods between cities. Given the size of the empire and the difficulty of journeying, few get to witness the variety of the empire's vistas in one lifetime. Instead, citizens are deeply in tune with the natural cycles of the provinces they call home. The heavens bring four seasons to the empire, which are celebrated by festivals and arts. In the spring, the delicate fragrance of cherry blossoms wafts from misty gardens. Summer heralds rains and oppressive heat, slowly giving way to autumn's brilliant scarlet leaves, shrill cicada cries, and typhoons. Winter buries the lands in deep snow, closing mountain passes and driving the citizenry to the warmth and comfort of the hearth. The Code of Bushido, literally the way of the warrior. Bushido is the code by which all samurai in Rokugan strive to live, yet each clan's interpretation of the tenets of Bushido is slightly different. All samurai are taught to embrace the ideals of Bushido and strive ever towards them, at the expense of personal gain. Not even the gods uphold Bushido without flaw. The strictures are nearly impossible to maintain in their entirety, and the struggle to adhere to them consumes a samurai's existence. The virtues recognized by the code are compassion, courage, courtesy, duty, honor, righteousness, and sincerity.
Compassion. Through intense training, the samurai becomes quick and strong. They're not as other people. They develop a power that must be used for the good of all. They have compassion. They help their fellows at every opportunity. If an opportunity does not arise, they go out of their way to find one. The celestial heavens appointed the lords and samurai of Rokugan to rule over the lower caste. But with power comes responsibility. Compassion represents the noblesse oblige of the samurai caste to the peasantry. Most clans interpret this to mean extending physical protection over peasants, but other clans go even further.
Courage. Rise up above the masses of people who are afraid to act. Samurai must have heroic courage. It is absolutely risky. It is dangerous. Only in acceptance of one's death may a samurai live their life completely, fully, and wonderfully. Courage is not blind, it is intelligent and strong. Replace fear with respect and caution. Every samurai lives 3 feet from death at all times. A samurai must be prepared to give their life for their lord, their clan, and the empire at a moment's notice. To die in service of one's lord furthers one's karma, and thus samurai eagerly embrace the idea of a noble death in service to their family.
Courtesy. Samurai have no reason to be cruel. They do not need to prove their strength. Samurai is courteous even to their enemies. Without this outward show of respect, we are nothing more than animals. A samurai is not only respected for their strength in battle, but also by their dealings with others. The true inner strength of a samurai becomes apparent during difficult times. Social order isn't just important to Rokugan, it is, in a literal manner, what the heavens rest upon. A samurai is required to maintain appearances and withstand adversity, exhibiting courteousness even when faced with the most vile lack of it.
Duty and loyalty. For the samurai, having done something or said something, they know they own that thing. They are responsible for it and all the consequences that follow. Samurai is intensely loyal to those in their care. To those they are responsible for, they remain fiercely true. Samurai are expected to do their duty to their lord and their subordinates without hesitation or reservation, no matter the cost to their own reputation. Of course, any duty given by their lord is expected to be within the bounds of Bushido and bring honor to the samurai by obeying it. Should a samurai feel their duty conflicts with the other virtues of Bushido, they may commit seppuku in protest, a rare exception to needing a lord's permission to end one's life. The sentiment is impossible to ignore. The lord has forfeited the samurai's honor, and no one without honor is fit to serve.
Honor. A true samurai has only one judge of their honor, and that is themselves. Decisions you make and how those decisions are carried out are a reflection of who you truly are, for you cannot hide from yourself. Honor is the most subtle, yet the most basic and all-encompassing virtue. Samurai without honor cannot truly follow the other virtues of Bushido, for they act as others expect and not as their own conscience dictates. If their own honor is intact, however, they will follow the ways of Bushido and pursue justice without flaw or failure, even when commanded otherwise by their lord.
Righteousness. Be acutely honest in all your dealings with all people. Believe in justice, not from other people, but from yourself. A true samurai knows in their heart that there are no shades of gray in the question of honesty and justice. There is only right and wrong. Righteousness is the sunlight glinting off the katana, bright and painful to the eye. There is only truth and falsehood, justice and injustice, and it is the samurai's job to live in accordance with justice and ensure that justice is meted out.
Sincerity. When a samurai has said they will perform an action, it is as good as done. Nothing will stop them from completing their deed. They do not have to give their word, nor do they have to promise. The action of speaking alone has set the act of doing in motion. Speaking and doing are the same thing. Samurai must align intent with their word and deed, acting with complete and total conviction, whether they serve themselves or their lord. A convincing manner is more valued in Rokugan than the absolute truth, for the samurai who speaks with sincerity has committed the totality of their being to the sentiment.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Rem Alternus's Legend of Five Rings Friday night game. Thank you for visiting us here in Rokugan as our heroic samurai will be enforcing the Emperor's peace and having some adventures. My name is Hal. I am the game master for the game tonight, and glad to see our fans. We have a new member of the cast, but we'll go ahead and introduce going around the ring. Why don't we start with, unfortunately, I don't have, I'm looking at an ad, so I don't know who's in the upper left. So upper left, Why don't you tell us about yourself and tell the audience a little bit about your character, namely what he looks like.
All right, so upper left would be Deniable Assets, who's not here just yet.
All right, so next down is you. It looks like I finally got through the ad.
That it is. So
All right.
my name is Patrick Bryant. I play Doji Nai. Doji Nai is a very beautiful crane, but with a bit of an atypical sense of style, as he prefers to walk around wearing a mask that's often adorned in rare metals and gems.
Okay. Moving on, Zafira.
I am Sphera. I'm playing Ayushi Akane. Just your local friendly courtier. Never mind the sword acumen. That's
Yeah.
non-existent.
Everybody knows you can trust a scorpion.
That's a mistake. Yeah. I mean, like, look. I'm worth your trust. Just don't get on my bad side. It's easy.
Okay. All right. Little Chris.
I was foolishly muted. Hi there. I guess I'm
Hello.
Little Chris now as opposed to regular Chris. So I play as Kage the Ronin. He is commonly seen in casual Ronin attire, except the one thing that makes him stand out in a crowd is that he's always seen with his hand inside of his robes, his left hand specifically, as it is no longer there, and he doesn't want people really seeing it. It'll piss him off if people ask, but he's a quiet, calm, collected guy, and he is good friends with Big Chris's character, I will say.
Oh,
All right.
hey guys, I'm Big Chris. I do a lot of these streams here on the Rumble Turners channel, and I'm still pretty awkward at these intros. But yeah, as I guess now Little Chris was saying, yeah, me and I played Naomi, and Naomi and Kage are bros, and to the point where we just kind of like give each other knowing looks, and then magical shit happens.
Every time.
All right.
Every
So,
time.
so if someone was looking at Naomi, what would they see?
They would see a gigantic, and by gigantic I mean like 6'4", like 200-pound black dude, which is kind of a rarity in these parts, I hear. So sometimes I get weird looks when I try to ask people in shops about random sake things. So so yeah, I'm just trying to make my way through Rokugan with my buddy, and try to be the best that I can, and try not to piss off my wife too much.
Yeah, future wife. Okay.
Future wife.
Yeah. All right. And before we got shifted around, we had Grant as our new member to the cast. So first of all, welcome, Grant. He's an old friend of mine. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell us about what your character looks like? Not that we've met him yet.
All right, my name's Grant, and I've been playing role-playing games since the probably mid to late 80s. I'll be playing Haruma Isamu of the Crab Clan. I'm a Crab Clan scout that has seen much action beyond the wall, and similar to Niobe, I am roughly 6'2", 6'3", and for a Rokugani, that is exceptionally large in stature. But as I am part of the Crab Clan, and unbeknownst to anybody else, my mother married a Hida. That's where I get my size from. But I'm very stealthy and quiet, as is necessary due to having worked beyond the wall for many, many years.
Okay. And James just slipped on in. So welcome, James. Glad you could make it back to us. Why don't you tell us about yourself and introduce us to your character and what he looks like?
Well, give me 1 second. I'm still pulling everything up. I mistook the start time as being an hour later. Good Lord, where is my name?
Ikoma Saito.
I know everything. That's it, Saito. I knew he was in Ikoma. Couldn't remember if it was Saito. I've got 2 other L5R games that I'm in right now. Ikoma Saito. He is a Lion Clan courtier. He's got a little bit of Bushi skills, but in general, he's standard height. He's a bigger guy. Some might say he's fat, but they try not to say that to his face. And he tries to look exactly like his ancestor, the original Ikoma, looked, which is surrounded by people who are laughing, enjoying their drinks, and just in general merry. He always carries a bow with him because that's his jam, and you can generally always find a bottle of something or another on his hip or in his hand.
Okay. All right. So we are going to go ahead and pick up our primary storyline. Once again, your Yuriki, which are deputies to a magistrate who is trying to bring law to a lawless mountain pass. But we're kind of off on a little side quest here. Let's have Naomi give a recap and paint a picture for where we're going to be picking up.
So we were trying to track down the cause of some spoiled sake at a local inn. And by we, I mean Naomi and Kage. The others were tracking down a missing. Well, was it a missing? Actually, can I get a help out? A hand real quick?
Yeah, throw a lifeline.
Lifeline me.
Zafira, why don't you help him out?
Okay. Yeah, so we're chasing around on the sake spoiling issue, and we summed it down to someone's daughter that has been acting not acting more or less like the teenage daughter. And when questioned about it,
sus.
I mean,
yes.
But no. So she was something was slightly amiss. I forgot who spotted the incongruence there, but I doubled down on it just because, and caused a chase.
Yeah. So Nai and Akane were kind of intermixing with the Cat Clan troop to see if they were hiding back anything that they haven't already reported about that dead merchant that you've been trying to investigate. And in the course of talking to the Cat Clan troop, you found that's where the tavern keeper's daughter was hanging out, and she was playing with makeup and learning, how the stage do kabuki makeup. And you guys noticed she was had some very strange anatomy or wounds that were being covered up by the makeup. And she GTFO'd, and a foot race ensued, and you have pinned her here on the side of the building. You've surrounded her, and that's where we're going to pick things up.
Invisible cart.
Yes. Doji Nai had made a cart invisible, and she ran into the barricade that she didn't know was there. So that was very handy. Now, in the case of our 2 missing samurai, Saito and Isamu, is that Grant? Is that your character's name?
Yes, Isamu.
Okay. So the 2 of you, as you guys see on the map, are in another building where your respective magistrates are meeting with the local Scorpion magistrate. Saito, you've already given your formal apology to the local magistrate for your role in the very disturbing riot that yes, was an affront to the peace and tranquility of this quiet Scorpion town.
I don't
So
know
that-
what they're
that-
talking about. I had
Yeah,
nothing to
so
do with
that apology was due, and you've already given that. What's going on with the three magistrates now is the Unicorn Magistrate that you are all deputies to is giving the bad news to the Crab Magistrate that Grant's character works for about the Yasuki merchant who has passed. So the two Yuriki, that's Saito and Isamu, have been asked to step outside while the three magistrates talk about what to do about the dead merchant who is a member of the Crab clan. And now that we have a Crab magistrate in town, who's going to take the lead on this? Meanwhile, we've had this foot race going on, and the two of you are supposed to stay here by the building, but of course this has drawn your attention, so you're aware of these samurai who have been chasing the peasant girl, and that's where we're going to pick things up with everybody rolling initiative. This isn't necessarily combat since you now have her surrounded, but it's certainly going to be a timing is important. So if it's not a combat, it's at least going to be an intrigue. So as a reminder, initiative involves first picking a stance, and I'm going to call it tactics for now because it had been a chase. So tactics, target number 1, plus the ring you want to be in. Add your successes to your focus. And I just want to hear the final number for expedience sake, and then we'll go over any opportunities people may want to use.
4 for Dojinai.
All right. Do you have any opportunities you want to use?
I used it to offset a strife.
Fair. Okay, and what stance are you in?
I am in the air stance.
Alrighty.
Okay. Oh, wait, sorry, no, not 2.
Who else is ready?
Yes, I can hear.
All right. I think I recognize your voices by the sound of them by now, so you just go ahead and call them out when you're ready.
It goes into our focus, right?
Add your hits or your successes to your focus. That's correct.
8. Wait, really? Yeah.
All right, that was Akane who said 8.
Yes.
All right. You got any opportunities to spend?
I did not decide to keep them just because they came with strike.
Fair.
They didn't give me anything
Fair,
specific.
because you guys probably did generate some strife chasing her down.
I am in fire.
Oh, you're
I
on
just
fire.
dumped mine, so that's why I'm in fire stance.
Awesome. Okay, who else is ready?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, 6 for Kage,
All right.
and he is in water stance.
All right. Any opportunities to spend?
Nope.
All right.
Samu's got 7, and he is also in water stance, and I spent the opportunity to offset the strife.
All right.
And Saito is at 8, and I have used one of my opportunity to assess the qualities of all the terrain in the scene because he's in water stance, and I'm also going to remove 2 strife.
Fair. Okay. Well, we've got a picture. You can individually zoom in and out. We're gonna say everywhere where it's all bushy. Those are your vines and kind of thorn bushes, and that would be the restricting terrain, or whatever the quality is called. That's one where you can hurt yourself for running through it. And Naomi, did I get a value for you?
I got 8, and I got 3 strife and opportunity.
All right, what do you want to do with that opportunity?
I would like to recover some of my strife if I can.
Fair enough. I'm guessing you're in water?
I'm in Earth.
Earth. That's right, because you're still wounded on water. Alrighty. We got 2 people with 8s. I'm going to have Naomi go first because he's right up there in the thick of things. Then we'll go over to Saito. So, Naomi, just as a recap, you have been in a foot race with this peasant girl who was extremely quick. You wouldn't have expected that out of her. Peasants are usually not that fit, but she almost outran you. But she ran into the invisible cart that put her to a stop. You've gotten up within arm's reach of her. Baishi Akane has run around on the other side of her. Pretty much got her surrounded, including the thorn bushes, if she wants to go that direction. And she's looking around in, kind of wide-eyed fear and frustration as she's realizing she's been surrounded. So what would you like to do?
I would like to, get up next. Well, not next to her, but within sword's reach, and not necessarily pull it out, but like you should watch where you're stepping. Just alluding to she tripped or something like that.
Okay. Is there anything you're trying to do? Are you do you want to try to grab her or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll try to grapple her a little bit. Just kind of, give her like a bear hug or something, just to hold her in place while everybody gets it.
Okay, well then give me, you're in the Earth stance, so Earth plus martial arts unarmed to grab at her. And it's going to be a whopping target number 4 to grab her.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, so what you've got there is not enough to get 4, but if you want to take that strife, you can get an opportunity. Or you can just take a failure with no strife, no opportunity.
I'll just fail.
Okay, alrighty. So she's she's a teenage girl. She's kind of short to begin with. You're kind of big to begin with, and she uses that quickness of hers and ducks down under your attempt to bear hug her. And she remains ungrabbed. Yes, very bratty. So Saito, you also had an 8. You've been told to stand outside the door, but that was before a disturbance happened in town. So this one you didn't cause. So what would you like to do?
You mean a disturbance not caused by me? Hold on.
Yes.
Someone is ruining the peace of this town. How dare they?
I assume Saito is the character at the north of the map.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Say that again.
My apologies. I assume Saito is the lion character at the north of the map.
Yes.
All right. So upon hearing this disturbance, I'm gonna. They said to wait outside, right? What?
Yeah.
What was the exact words that were used?
The exact words were "wait outside."
Well, I'm not going in anywhere, so I'm going
That's
to go
true.
investigate.
Fair. All right. So, what stance are you in?
I'm in water.
Okay. So you can take an action and then do a move one square, or you can just do a lot of moving if all you want to do is moving.
Okay. So with each square, is that a range band? Or we just kind of hand wave any?
We'll be a little bit fast and loose with it. So it depends on how many range bands you get. I'll show you how far you can go.
Well, I mean that would require me remembering how many range bands I can go.
Well, it depends on your fitness test.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I'm getting back in the swing of this now.
Yep.
All All right, I'm going to move as far as I can, but
Okay.
I'm also going to take my bow off my back and string that puppy up right quick, because disturbances in this peaceful
Okay.
town cannot go unpunished.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So if you want to ready your weapon, because you're in the water stance, you can ready your weapon because that doesn't take a dice roll, and you can move after that.
Yep,
So-
that's what I was thinking.
All right, so we'll say you can go that far.
Alrighty, can I see the disturbance from where I am?
Absolutely. You can see, these two people. That's Doji Nai and Kage, your compatriots. You probably actually saw them run, so you know these people are all chasing a peasant girl who, either a peasant girl or a member of the circus, because she was kind of dressed up in a whole bunch of stage paint. And they were yelling "stop" and "come back" or whatever they were yelling as they were chasing her.
Get back here.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna yell to Doji Nai, and I'm gonna yell forward. I'm just be like, are we killing the peasant or are we catching the peasant?
My God.
Okay, well that's fair. It's basically you have this is a funny rule. You have 5 words, or you can have 6 words if the last word is fool or idiot. So
Are we killing the peasant?
sounds good.
Yeah.
So-
Are we killing the peasant? Question
Yep.
mark. Right.
Yes,
Got it.
indeed. All right. So moving on. So you ready to bow? You moved through the water ring, and you shouted some words. So that's your turn. Isamu, you have a 7.
Wait, didn't I have an 8?
I didn't organize this correctly. You sure did. So
Okay.
before
So then, hold
Isamu, Akane also has an 8.
Okay.
I should put these in numerical order. That would make way more sense.
It helps.
Yep. I had you after 4, so there you go.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's a good thing you spoke up.
I'm glad I did too. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna trip her.
Okay. Well, this same thing. Whatever ring you're in, plus martial arts unarmed, target number 4, because she is in the air stance, and she's very, very dodgy and minxy right now.
All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh wow. Okay, I keep up to 3. So you said T and 4, right?
T and 4, and you're going to need successes to actually pull off a trip.
Yeah.
All right, now opportunities. I mean.
Oh, okay. I need to pull up. I need to roll my exploder.
I'm going to say you're going to have to spend at least the an opportunity for the prone.
Okay, so I need 4 plus an opportunity.
Yep.
Ugh. Let's see here. Yeah, I can get 4, but I can't get the opportunity. Or I can do 3 with an opportunity. I guess I'll take the 4 to just succeed at the trip. I mean, like, I might not. Get
Okay.
going,
Yeah,
but-
it's basically you'll kick her. Rather, you won't knock her down, but you still succeed in kicking her. And let's see. I don't know if you bothered to put the kick damage on your character sheet.
I think I did.
Okay,
Let's
well,
see,
if you did, that would be
conflict
super.
Kick, yes. 2 damage, 1
Okay.
deadliness, 1 range.
Okay, all right, fair. And how many successes total was it? 4?
Yes, 4
All
successes.
right, so no bonus damage.
Wait, if I had taken 3 plus the opportunity, I'd have failed completely, right?
Right, you need 4 to
Okay.
even succeed.
Okay.
All right, so you do the 2 damage, and she does not react to the kick like you would expect someone to. It almost at first it was like kicking the cart. It's almost like she has some armor under that kimono or something. It seemed to not have affected her any more than being surprised that your kick actually connected. So her damage reduction soaked all of that.
That's fine. I wasn't trying to hurt her.
Yep.
These teenagers and their armor.
Who wears armor these days? It's so gauche.
I mean, obviously, this teenager has no faith in the local law enforcement.
Yes. Okay,
which is insulting to us. So obviously, we need to take it out.
Wow.
It's also highly illegal for peasants to have armor because that's just not allowed.
It's illegal for them to be ghosts too, but
This is not
here
a
we
Second
are.
Amendment empire. It's only the samurai can have weapons of war.
I have yet to hear anybody tell me we're not shooting the pheasant. So,
Okay.
you're wearing armor, like that's dishonorable. So, like,
Well, that's not dishonorable. That's flat out illegal.
just saying, gotta cut it out.
Actually, can I say words? Because I don't want her to get shot
Absolutely.
down.
Yeah. Before we go on, what do you want to shout out?
Capture.
All right, we're going to capture her. So says Akane. But that's of course
you say it in though.
that's dependent on what everybody
Capture
else
that piece of shit. 5 words.
says. All right.
Akane is very angry.
Isamu, you see this same thing. You're vaguely familiar with the Uriki. You haven't been formally introduced except to Saito. But you see the local law enforcement people are apparently trying to arrest one of the circus goers or one of the circus performers.
That's unfortunate.
Yes. Unfortunately, she hasn't done anything yet, except run from them. But she now has been corralled and trapped.
Okay, so since I hear the sound of a skirmish, I think Isamu would want to go and investigate and look to see exactly what's going on. As a
Fair.
newcomer to town, I don't believe that he would probably engage in local law enforcement or any actions of the sort,
Sure.
just because he's a Yuriki to the crab magistrate and this is outside of his purview. So I'm going to go ahead and try and move as much as I can down towards the action, I suppose.
Okay. All right. What stance are you in?
I'm in water stance,
Okay.
and
So you
I'm
can
gonna.
do something and move, or you can just move further with water.
Yeah, what I'll do is he's gonna. He really doesn't know how to react at the moment, so I think he's just gonna kind of move into position, but he'll and on his Otsuchi.
Okay. So you can just go ahead and move yourself. I'll let you go a little bit further than Saito went because he kind of spent time stringing his bow.
Alrighty, let's see here. Let's see, so that's an explosive success. 1, 2.
Are you rolling fitness? I got you. Okay.
Yeah,
so-
roll in fitness, so that way I can get down there. Let's see. And then how do you roll the extra dice in this one?
Your character sheet.
Got it.
There you go. It looks like you
Found
figured
it. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and I'll take the move a little bit further down here maybe, and then I'll just kind of sit on that opportunity since I haven't really done much of anything yet.
Well, if you're doing the fitness roll, I'll say with the opportunity you can ready your weapon, so that way you can.
Oh, okay.
Do it-
Then
do it
I
on
will
it.
go ahead and pull the Otsuchi off of my back.
You are ready to go in case it's necessary. Alrighty, so looks like everybody higher than 7 or at 7 has gone. Little Suzuka-chan, she also goes on 7, but since she's an NPC, PC 7s automatically beat her, so it's her turn now. And she looks, she's got samurai in front of her, samurai in back of her. and she looks very frustrated and upset. The fear has dissipated, and she kind of does a gulp, and then she says some words that doesn't sound like any Rokugani you've ever heard. And then she spits out a bunch of blood at Akane.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yes.
You know, as people do.
I don't love to see this.
All right,
So-
guys, that's all I have for today. See you later.
Oh, dang it.
Mhm.
So let me get her character sheet. And
Oh,
we
man.
are going to roll. This is an air. Boom, what'd I get?
Holy shit.
Her target number is your vigilance, which is probably going to be a success from what I'm looking at. What is your
Yeah,
vigilance?
it's 3, so
3.
yeah.
Wow.
She can succeed clean,
gravy.
actually.
That,
Why can't I get rolls like that? What the
Those dice
hell?
pools are hacks. Hell.
yeah. Yeah, this is hilarious.
This is not hilarious at all. I'm
I
getting
am
vomit. I'm
concerned.
getting blood vomit on me.
I am concerned right now.
All right, so she's going to take a little strife to add another target. So with an opportunity. So Naomi, you are also getting blood spat in your face.
She's like a
I'm
like a
assuming-
sprinkler. Just
Yep. So it looks like she bit her tongue, and then she just spits out, like exhales a bloody mist out of her mouth and spits blood into Akane and Naomi's faces. Each of you will gain 2 conditions: afflicted and disoriented.
It's good. Really kind of a turd.
yeah, a little bit.
All right, and since she's in the air stance, she doesn't get a bonus move because she totally did something weird, which may or may not been Maho, but that's kind of what your first guess would be. So she cast a spell instead of moving, so she doesn't go anywhere. Which means we are on Kage with Nai on deck.
Well,
So you didn't see what just happened, but you heard some very strange words that didn't make any sense to you issued. And then now you have the Uggs of revulsion coming from 2 of your friends.
that's so comforting to hear.
Yes.
Makes me think that everything is just going fine.
Okay?
I don't know what Kage could do else in this turn besides get over there, because I'm assuming that's going to be a good jog for this turn.
If you want to go around back the way you came, you can do a fitness test to see how far you move.
Okay.
Or if you want to brave the obstruction, that would also be a fitness test, and you would have a shorter distance to go.
Braving the obstruction would probably involve me using.
It's going to be fitness either way.
Yeah. I'm assuming that would involve me having to use 2 arms.
I'm going to say no, because the obstruction we have retconned from being a wall you have to get over into being a thorny hedgerow you have to get through. So I'm not going to say that your loss of a hand is penalizing you in this case.
Cool. Then I'm going to do fitness
So we
to
lost
get there the
Big
shorter
Chris.
way.
Okay.
Huh?
No, we didn't
You
lose
lost
you.
me?
Who'd we lose?
Zafira.
We lost a video. We
Zafira.
lost
Okay.
Zafira.
All right. Okay. I'm sure she's coming back. So
Yeah, she is.
target number 2 for you,
Number 2.
Kage.
I'm gonna use my last bonus skill die I've been holding on to,
Okay.
just so I don't fall into this bush, because that'll hurt. And then you said fitness?
Plus the ring you're in.
Yeah. All right. That is a 3.
Okay.
1 explosive. So you said it's 2, so I'm just going to take the 2 without strife.
Okay, fair. If you don't need any opportunities, you can also do that so that you don't gain any strife either. So I'll go ahead and move you to here. There we go.
Awesome. And I'm assuming I just see them with blood all on their faces.
Yeah, they're like, wiping their faces, getting the blood out of their eyes.
Yeah, Kake just grimaces. He's trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
It looks like she just projectile vomited blood on the both of them.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So I guess that's all he could do this turn.
Okay. And Doji Nai bringing up the rear. Of course, you have seen all of this happen, so what would you like to do? Or he... Is he busy with tech stuff?
A little bit. My apologies.
Okay.
But first and foremost, I'm going to be rather disgusted at the display of just blatant Maho Sukai voodoo weirdness.
That's even more illegal than wearing armor if you're not a samurai.
Oh, so she's hyper mega illegal right now? Okay.
Okay, so Nai, what would you like to do?
All right. So, shoot. Well, first and foremost, I'm going to yell back to Saito. This is no mere peasant. And does she have an avenue of escape, really, or is she good and surrounded?
Well, she's surrounded, but currently the two people hemming her in are basically blinded. So, while they're busy getting the blood out of their faces, she kind of does have an opportunity to slip away. Although you do see Kage coming down here to block that avenue off. So she can either go through the thorn bushes or come back towards you.
Well, I'm not entirely too terribly confident in my ability to do anything physical to stop her.
Okay.
Mostly a pretty face. I'm thinking I'm going to move a little bit down the pathway.
Okay.
Just a bit, so I can at least try to continue pursuit or lead her off if she comes back up this way. So that would be a
what
test.
stance are you in?
I'm currently in air.
Okay, so that would be your whole action then. I'm not going to make you do a fitness test this close, but you can spend your action to help keep her corralled, even though she just kind of gave herself an opportunity by blinding Naomi. So, if you want to do that, that's certainly
between that and yelling at Saito, that really seems like the best use of my time at the moment.
What do you want to yell?
I yelled, "This is no mere peasant."
Oh, you did. Yes, I forgot that. Okay. Now, normally in this edition, you would roll initiative round by round just to keep things moving faster for the audience. We're just going to keep the same initiative round by round. So, Naomi, you are up with Saito on deck.
So, how does this orienting?
Okay, so what? Anything you do is going to be at target number 2 higher, unless you spend your action cleaning your face off.
Okay. So I'm going to try. I'm going to stop and I could sense like a Kage nearby, and I'm just going to look at him through like a face full of blood.
Yep.
That's gonna make Kage just go.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, can you believe this bitch? Like,
Oh, jeez.
And then like so, yeah, I'm going to draw my sword down, like this, and then just kind of
Okay.
like.
Okay,
like,
so yeah, the rule on dazed is you can't do an attack action, which readying your weapon does not count. So you can wipe your face off and draw your sword at the same time.
Oh, I
So
thought you were
yes.
gonna wipe your face off with your weapon.
just like,
Well, that could be dangerous.
and then,
All right.
It'll be my turn.
All right. Oh, since I just kind of skipped initiative, if anybody wants to change their stance, actually now is the time. So is everybody happy with the ring they're using? They want to keep using it?
Yeah. Can I use 2 fire rings? Like,
No. I am going to announce that sweet little Suzuka-chan is going into the water stance now. She's out of the air stance.
Haruma Isamu is going to stay in water stance for the moment.
Okay. Alrighty. So I'm not hearing anybody else changing, so I'm going to assume we're staying the same.
I'm gonna
Naomi,
change to fire.
that was Kage.
Yeah.
Kage's in fire now. Okay, got it. And Naomi just cleared his dazed status, and he drew his weapon. Saito, you readied your bow last round.
Yep.
She's kind of just around the corner there. You'd have to move to get a bead on her.
Okay, so I am going to move up until I can see her.
Okay.
And being in water, can I technically use my additional move or additional action as a move as well?
Well, you don't get 2 moves. You can either move once further, or you can do something that doesn't require a roll and move.
Okay.
But with opportunity and water stance, you can move an additional range band for every 2 water or every 2 opportunity that you have, in addition to the additional range band for your successes.
Yep.
Okay. I'm hoping to, if I can move to where I can see her, that I'm going to attack. If not, then I'll just.
That's not going to be a thing because.
Okay. All right. I
Yeah.
didn't think that I could reach, so I will go ahead and use my fitness to try and move further.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll. You can just go ahead and put yourself where you want. You'd have to be at least to there to be able to see around the corner. If you want to get further than that, I'll let you.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I can just drag it. That's cool. Sorry, I've never used Roll20 before, so you said anywhere? I'm thinking right there. Or maybe
that's within reason. Yeah, that's fine.
Is it? Okay. All right, cool. That just gives me more line of sight on wherever that.
I'm going to say that'll put you at range 3, range band 3 at that point.
Well within range.
Okay, you'd be at range band 4 if you stayed back at that other cart I put you at.
Okay. All right, cool. Then yeah, I will. Okay, so let's see. This is no more of a peasant. Can I speak? Well, yeah, because that'll be my addition. That'll be the additional.
Yep. Well, you can speak up to 5 words regardless.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get 2 actions because you did the fitness thing, so you're there. So if you want to say something, go ahead.
But does she die or not? I think the "not" might be a sick word.
Or are we still capturing her or something like that? So that message is out there. All right. You have your bow ready. You're in firing position. You're just waiting for the word. Akane.
So you
with
think I may be
Isamu
shooting
on
anyway.
deck. Yeah.
okay.
Akane, if you do a non-attack action, you can clear the blood out of your face.
Okay.
Or
So
or you can
like,
just deal with having +2 TNs.
Alright. I'm I'm definitely going to clear the blood, but first things first.
Yep.
Am I aware that the afflicted status is like some undang? Like, am I aware that I am afflicted as a character? That some evil shit's upon me?
It would. You don't necessarily know it, but you know some evil shit just happened. Yes, and this is very repulsive. This is, body fluids is inherently gross and dishonorable. This is very much like for a Westerner just to be smothered in, horrible things. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's some reprehensible shit.
Indeed.
I'm not about it at all. I'm gonna wipe the blood off. What is a good way to what is a good word to say, like you're like that this person is like some foul entity? Like, I don't want to sit there and be like, oh yes, evil spirit, but like I also don't want to be like, this is perfectly normal. I just want to just shout it out over and over again.
You can call her a witch. That's what most samurai would be assuming at this point.
All right, cool. I'm just like, witch.
Okay. And you clear off your day's status, okay?
Yeah.
And that puts us at Isamu. Isamu, you are quite sure you heard the evil utterings of a Maho Tsukai. And you see the one guy around the corner has just been vomited blood all over him, and he's not too happy about it.
Well, that changes things considerably then.
Yes.
Isamu's going to move down there and get as close as possible. And this is not a silent type, I'm going to be stealthy move. This is just a flat out run now. So
okay.
How far will I be able to get?
I'll let you put yourself wherever you want, basically.
Fancy.
If you're going to spend your action move, and just go ahead and... what's the range on your... what's your weapon again?
It's the Otsuchi, the big hammer.
Yep.
It's range band 1.
Okay. So you could put yourself within range band 1. So we'll say, right where you were was fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. This crowd is getting bigger, not smaller, after she vomited blood all over people.
And then just one other thing, because
Sure.
of my school, I will be switching to Earth Stance.
You're a very sneaky person. Okay. And all right, Naomi, Saito, Akane, Isamu all win. It's her turn now. Okay. She almost got away until the samurai stepped up and blocked off her avenue of escape.
If it wasn't for those darn kids.
If it wasn't for those darn reinforcements, yes. Okay. Well. I think she does not like what's north of her. What's south of her is only one warrior-looking samurai, but on the other side, there's like 3. Because the crane, he's not as scary. He's as scary as a scorpion. But, so she's going to try and have to go through Akane, I'm thinking. She doesn't want to try to go through the other ones.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so Akane, she, just kind of goes in like, you've seen these fights as children. She just tries to rake you with her nails.
Oh, jeez.
She tries to claw you, yes. And luckily you got the blood out of your eyes, so we're just going to do the TN2 like normal. And what did I say? She's in the water stance. Yeah, but she's really got nowhere to go now, so that was very unfortunate for her. Good teamwork.
It makes your dream work.
Yep. So let's put her in the water stance and let's see what happens. Well, it got enough to be a success. So I'm going to keep the clean success and a success with opportunity. And going to use that opportunity to bypass one of your resistance by the well-aimed water strike. And as she claws you, like some of the skin comes away on her fingers, and you can see she's got like claws, not just fingernails.
Oh, man.
And she deals 4 damage.
Okay.
Normal close gives you a resistance of 2, but she bypassed 1 point of that. So we will take off 1 point of damage from her 4. So you take 3 fatigue, unless you would rather spend a void point and take a crit instead.
I'll take 3 fatigue.
All right, 3 fatigue it is. But yeah, that was way more dangerous than just your usual claw fight in the geisha house. She's got actual claws.
Yeah. This monstrous. Okay. Highly unhappy.
And she's got nowhere to go. So we will move on to Kage. You swapped over to the fire stance. You see her clawing at Akane. What do you want to do?
Can I don't necessarily want to start slicing.
Okay.
But I have a lot of strife. I am at 6 out of 8 strife.
Okay. So
I'm
something.
wondering.
I would just, as something you can do, is take a calming breath. If you're over half of fatigue or strife, you can drop 1.
That's a water stance thing, or?
No, that's it's just an action. You can do that in any stance.
Oh,
Drop
nice.
1 point or one of those tracks to half.
1 point.
Okay.
But that would take my action.
It takes your action. Yes. Or you can do something else if you're if you don't want to do the sit and heal at this point yet.
So my personal unmasking is because I could voluntarily do an unmasking to get rid of my strife, right?
That'll dump your strife to 0, but your focus will go to 1, and you can't accept any more strife from your dice. So any dice with strife on it, you can't pick it after you unmask.
Yeah, that's too risky. Yeah, I'm really don't want to have to do an unmasking then during this conflict.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do a calming breath. And you said I could drop down to 1?
No, you lose. You take 1 away, so you go from 6 to 5.
All right, I'm down at 5. And can I actually like move just closer to Miami? Because that's all I'm gonna do.
You can position yourself so that you're blocking this alleyway off. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's what I'm gonna do.
You can't actually close any range bands since you didn't spend an action to do it, and you're not in the water stance.
Yeah.
Okay. And Doji Nai, you will round out the round. Looks like she wants to try to go through Akane rather than go through you and the 2 Bushi at your side.
So at this point, I have a couple Bushi near me. I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
My intention right now is I'm going to essentially backpedal and go around the bush.
Okay. Where are you trying to get to?
Let's see here. I'm thinking somewhere around here-ish, if possible.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to do that as your action, I'll let you do that.
All right, so that's what I'll do.
Okay. And is there a set range band you want to be away from her?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't really have
Okay.
any ranged
Okay.
weapons to try to be mindful of.
Well, your spells and Shuji might have ranges.
They do, but none of them
Okay.
that I currently have really have any
All right.
offensive capability.
All right. So we'll say that's going to count for 4 range bands in case it matters. Okay.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, so that's everybody. Do we want to switch any stances? She is staying in water.
So hold on. Since I unmasked it right before you rolled initiative, I can't take any dice with strife on it now.
Yes.
Okay, then we need to undo that kick then.
Well, she didn't take any damage from it anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'll stay in Earth stance, so I don't need to switch.
Okay.
Isamu's going to switch back to water stance.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Everyone
stay
else
on
is
fire.
happy where they're at. So Akane, actually, fire probably isn't where you want to be because anything with strife you can't keep now.
I know. I'm not worried about this. I'm not trying to keep the strife stuff.
Okay. So do you want to stay in fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm staying in
fair.
fire for another reason.
All right. Fair enough. Yep. So, Naomi, you are top of the round. You're still in Earth. She has not gone anywhere yet, but it looks like with her being in water stance, she may be still trying to get away. So what is your plan?
Saying that, she's pretty hemmed in, and she is not only spitting blood, but seeming to go for it.
Yep.
I think it's go time.
Okay. You gonna put that Kopesh of yours to work?
Yes. All right. So hopefully,
so it's only it's only a TN2 now because she's not all dodgy in air stance.
Do I need to add any modifiers or anything?
So you're going to roll your water plus your martial arts melee, and you need 2 successes. Although more successes is good because that's more damage. You are. Did you get it? Looks like you got it.
So I got 1, 2.
So you have 2 successes there. One of them comes with strife, but if you want to hit, you're going to have to take that.
Okay.
And then after that, you can keep 2 more dice. So that's 2 opportunities if you want them, which you probably do.
Totally take those.
All right. So go ahead and look at the handout for water opportunities and tell me what you want to do with 3 opportunities because that was a very good strike.
Oh, I'm in Earth, by the way.
Oh, Earth. Okay. Well, yeah.
Does that change anything?
Nope. You still have 3 opportunities. They're just Earth opportunities instead of water opportunities.
I'd like to. I would like to provide assistance to Akane if she wants to do something similar, like punch her or slash her in the face or something.
Okay.
Then.
So that's 2 of the 3.
Okay. And then I'll reassure a character in the scene with my presence, allowing them to remove 2 strife.
All right. So who are you giving the gun show to? Like, say, tell him I got this.
Oh, to Akane, I guess, since we both just got spit up on them, just kind of
like,
hey,
all right.
like we'll be all right.
All right, Akane, you can remove 2 strife.
All right, done.
Alrighty, so you hit, and tell me about the damage of your weapon.
The damage, it is in concept mode, I would assume.
Kopesh looks like damage 4, deadliness
4.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and it's got the snaring quality. Grant, is that one opportunity or 2? Do you remember to trigger the snaring?
I'll check really quick. And it's the Kopesh you said?
Well, I made it up, but it's snaring is what's important.
Okay.
Because what snaring means is like you can tangle her on your or tangle her kimono on the curve of your sword and hold her from moving. That may be something you want to do.
That is definitely something I would like to do.
All right, so
try to do like a crescent sweep towards her legs or something, and kind of hook the hem of her kimono.
Yeah, you got your Kopesh like driven through her sleeve, and she's got to untangle herself before she can move.
Okay, so it is when performing an attack action with a snaring weapon, you may spend opportunity as follows. One target of the attack with vigilance lower than or equal to the opportunity spent this way suffers the immobilized condition. So it's an opportunity plus. So you have to at least spend up to.
Okay, so you had 3 opportunities. It would take all 3, but you can hold her in place with that snare if you want to. That would mean you don't get to take away Akane's strife, though.
That's fine. I'll take away Akane's strife and just kind of snare her up.
All right, Akane, you got to take your strife back. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
However, we do have her kimono tangled on the Kopesh, which is probably very good. And Grant, what's involved in getting unimmobilized?
I'm presuming it doesn't say how to. It's just like removing a condition, I believe. She probably has to spend an action to get out of it.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Okay. That is very good because that is huge action economy in your favor. All right, Naomi, very well done. You still might hurt her because you did what, 4 damage?
It says it does 4 damage with deadliness 5. Do I need to roll anything?
Nope. I just take away her resistance, which I got to get her character sheet back open. Come on. What is going on? There it is. All right, so she has resistance 3, so she only takes 1 point of damage, or she can take a crit. She will just take the fatigue in dodging that, but that doesn't mean she dodges getting her kimono sleeve pierced and entangled. So you kind of got her one arm out of the fight as she's stuck there.
Like, just stand still.
Yep. Looks like she's gonna have to now. Saito, you are in the water stance. You're next with Akane on deck.
Well, it sounds to me like somebody's about to get shot.
Oh my god.
I don't know. There's one little peasant surrounded by samurai. It's what's the odds that you hit her rather than a samurai? Depends on how good a shot you are. Yeah. Due to that circumstance, I'm going to say target number 3 instead of 2. Is you're shooting into a mob basically, but I bet you could probably hit with 3.
We're gonna find out, aren't we?
Yep.
Just aim for that cream-sized hole that I left you in the alleyway.
Yep.
All right, where's my ranged? There it is. Oh, that's a good start.
Now you got some exploders, so it can happen.
It's happening.
Right.
All right.
Dope. All right, so I'm keeping 3, so that'd be 1. And I'm still in water stance, so I will use that to shed 2 strife.
Okay.
Which I'm apparently, for some reason, when shooting at peasant children, I get calm.
Well, it's you got the stress. You don't want to shoot your fellow samurai because they'll have something to say about that. So that's
shouldn't have gotten in the way. The kami send the arrows where they're supposed to go, and just because it was supposed to hit you, it's not my fault.
Yep.
All right.
So how many you can keep up? Looks like you have 4 potential successes. but
Yes.
that skill die comes with strife. So how many successes are we going to answer with? Because you
I'm
only
keeping.
you need the
I'm
3. Yeah, you need the 4 to hit. So
Yep, I'm going to be keeping all 4 of the successes and
Yep.
one of the opportunities.
all right, the opportunity was to reduce strife. You said.
Yes.
All right, so you were successful with a bonus point of damage. So what does that work out to?
That should be 6 damage, deadliness 3.
6 damage. Okay, well, she is not going to take a crit. So with her physical resistance of 3, she will only take 3 more fatigue, as while being snared, somehow gets her head out of the way before you put an eye out. But yes, more
All right,
fatigue.
I'll route for your next shot.
Yep, more fatigue is piling up.
And then-
Akane. Oh,
actually,
yeah, go ahead.
Can I do my additional action? Since does Calming Breath take any rolls?
It does, but since you
Does it?
attacked, that was a roll, so you don't get a second action.
That's what I was going to say. If
Yeah.
Calming Breath didn't take an additional roll, I was going to do it, but since it does, never mind.
Yep. Alrighty, but if you want to communicate something, you still can. After which point, it's Akane with Isamu on deck.
Nah, I don't got anything that I want to communicate. I
All
think
right.
my arrow communicated everything I need to communicate.
Indeed. And you know what? Probably that arrow is probably like hovering in midair, stuck into that invisible cart still. Okay, Akane. This peasant girl has vomited blood on you. She's trying to get away, but Naomi now has her kimono snared, so that's very good for the samurai team.
This might not roll right. I'll double. I don't think it will. Let me see.
What do we do? That's a big roll. What are we
Yeah,
rolling?
didn't roll right. I was gonna just. Hold on. 6 ring. Okay, hold on. The skill is right, but the ring wasn't. There we go. I'm kicking her in the face.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because I can't take most of these dice, but I was hoping to get some opportunities out of it.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll just take the 1 success.
Unfortunately, that was almost enough, but not quite enough.
That's fair. I was
All right.
just looking for opportunities anyway.
Yep. Fair. With that many dice, you would have expected to have gotten some, but that was unlucky.
Yeah.
You did have an exploder. Oh, you're not going to be able to
I
keep
can't
it though,
take it.
because
I can't
strike
keep
it.
it.
So.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do you want to communicate anything? After which it will be Isamu.
Yeah, no, just cursing her because she's a freaking witch. I'm really angry about this witch.
She vomited blood all over you. That's that probably ruined your kimono. I mean, frankly, that's gross.
I'm mostly concerned I got to get a different mask from home. I got to get another mask.
If that was a cloth mask, yeah, it's drenched in somebody else's blood. That's no bueno. That is not protecting you from the
Gotta grab
virus.
the mempo now.
Okay, Isamu, we are starting the round in water. I can probably guess where we're going to end it, but for now you're in water.
What? I'm not that predictable, but you're probably right. So Isamu is going to go ahead and take a quick step down this way to further hem her in.
Okay.
And then very briefly, he's just going to say, die, blood speaker, and strike.
Well, we'll see if she dies.
I sure hope so.
Target number 2 to hit her because she's not being all air tricksy.
Okay. Oh, really? All right.
You can get a whole lot of opportunities.
I do have a whole lot of opportunities, so that is definitely a good thing. I did miss, and unfortunately, I did not hit. So we'll go ahead and let's see, what can we spend these opportunity on? Nope. Okay. We'll go ahead and remove 2 of the strife that I've got, and just switch myself over into the Earth stance.
Yes, the Hiruma skirmishers. They are very Very tricky. All right, so it is Suzuka-chan. She is snared. She can just pass to clear it, which that may not be her best option now that she's getting surrounded with a whole bunch of samurai with weapons. So,
And
I
plus,
think
if she runs, she's just going to die tired.
yeah. So I think it's time to call out for help again. Let's see if those evil Kansen can help her out in some way. She will. You know what?
Is counterspelling ever really a thing in this?
I don't think it is in this edition. It used to be. The question is, does she want to hurt herself? No. She's going to try getting the Kansen to help her out without giving them any blood. Let's see if that works in her favor. Because she already bit her tongue to vomit on you guys. We will. This is, yes, water, because we're in the water stance. And she is kind of, her attention is focused on you, Naomi. She is trying to do some witchcraft on you. What is your vigilance?
My vigilance is 3.
Looks like she's got enough. Okay. So she can. I'm gonna do a exploder and see what happens on that. Oh, of course it does. Gives her an extra opportunity. That's awesome. So she can hit 3 successes and have 2 opportunities. That's good for her.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Let's just say I'm glad that I'm a ways away.
Yeah. She is going to inflict an extra status on you, but you get a fitness test to resist it. You need 3 to resist the side effect of this horrible spell she's casting on you. And then we'll do the main effect of the horrible spell.
Oh my god. Roll to pass the side effect.
Yes.
Then I'll tell you what happens to you.
Yes.
Okay, so fitness.
Yeah. So first you got to make your first savings throw for the bonus effect. Then you got to do your actual spell effect.
Some of the blood got into your bore wounds.
Yep.
Where is fitness? Fitness defense. All right, got it.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to spend an opportunity so she can get 2 targets. And Isamu, you look scary. She's going to hit you with this too.
Sounds good.
Okay. Am I still doing my fitness test?
Nope. She's hitting 2 people instead of hitting you with a bonus effect.
Gotcha.
So that's assuming, of course, 3 successes hits Isamu. Your vigilance isn't 4, is it?
Not yet.
Alrighty, that's alrighty. So this is the grip of anguish. So you each are going to take 7 damage. Just as evil Shadowland spirits assail your holy soul. They're just ripping at you. So your armor does not help. You need sacred armor to protect against that, which you sadly don't have.
I do.
So you can either accept that damage as fatigue, or you can accept a critical hit.
I'm gonna try the fatigue route this time.
All right.
Hal.
Yes.
The armor that I have is sacred.
What?
Yeah, weird how that
is
works.
shenanigansy.
No,
So you
that's
can go
my
ahead.
ancestors' armor. Sorry.
All right. Well, Obviously, then apply your damage reduction.
All right. Yeah, I'll take the damage as well.
Alrighty. And since she did not remove herself from your curved kopech, you still have her immobilized.
Good one.
And yeah, now she's going to have to rethink her life choices because she's not getting away, and she didn't drop either one of you. Kage with Nai on deck.
So, am I not able to get to her?
I'm going to say you're basically at range 3. So I don't know if you have any weapons that can affect her at 3. So if not, you're going to have to do some kind of a move to get closer.
By the way, it looks like Kender Mage redeemed a gold gift for the GM.
Oh. Thank you,
Got
Kender
Kender
Mage.
Mage in the chat, which means that we're going to be closer to TPKs every 5 seconds.
Oh, God.
You guys are spending the gifts on the wrong side.
Yeah, no. I
Seen
had to
this
deal
man's
with
dice
this all
pools?
during
Jeebs.
all during D&D episodicals with Kender Mage rubbing his hands, wishing for us all to die.
Yes, thank you, Kender Mage. Yeah, that's just what little Sakura-chan needs, is an extra ring die. That is going to be helpful.
Oh, jeez.
Might as well put a ring
There
on
you
it.
Hell,
go.
you changed. I thought you were anti-DM getting the crits. Oh,
Okay.
man, how the turntables. I'm gonna...
All right, so which stance are we in? Are we in water or we're
I'm
in
in
fire?
fire.
So unless you have something to reach out and touch her from 3 range bands away, you're going to have to spend your action moving.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna spend my action moving.
Okay. I will give you one of 3 options. You can either climb into the thorn bush next to her, climb up on top of the invisible cart, or get in there right where Akane is standing as well.
I'll get in right where Akane is standing.
Okay, that'll basically be no roll necessary then. Okay.
Okay. I guess that's it.
I'll let you also ready your weapon. I don't think you had your weapon out yet, so
Yeah, no.
you got your
Kage's
weapon ready too.
Kage's gonna ready his katana.
All right, so since you had such a short distance to move, you got your katana out as well.
Awesome.
Boom. And that means Doji Nai, you're up. We've started to whittle her fatigue down a bit, but she's still throwing literal curses.
Is there anything I could do, like, commune-wise that might... I'm not too certain exactly what all tricks or favors or whatnot are kind of available.
What spells or what incantations is the proper name do you have? Or invocations, I'm sorry, that's the proper name.
Cloak of Night, Nature's Touch, and Token of Memory. I still need to get around to spending those experience points. That might be rather helpful. But for right now, it's basically I can turn myself invisible, I can turn something invisible, I could do an illusion, and I can talk to animals. So everything is pretty... And then I have Commune with Spirits as my ritual, which is the standard Shugenja one, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's Commune with Spirits is basically you get information from the spirits. So if there's a question you want to ask, I can tell you which. You're in what ring?
Air.
So if you want to learn information about her, actually air would be a good ring. You can see what the spirits might be able to tell you if you have a question about her, or it's basically a knowledge check. Is what that lets you do.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give that a shot. My general thought for a question would be asking the air spirits if they know where she intends to flee to.
It's about to flee to the 6 feet deep.
Okay. All right. I'm sure your write-up is probably target number 2, but if it isn't, it'll say whatever the target number should be. It'll be a theology plus your air ring. So you got at least the 2 that you need. You just got to figure out strife and opportunities.
I'll just I'm allowed to roll that exploder just to see what it's got, right? Before I choose whether I'm going to keep it.
Yes, but if you roll it and you want to keep that die, it has to
I keep
include
the whole
extra
series.
roll. Yeah. Well, you can roll it and then decide not to keep it.
Okay, so ignore the black one on that one because that
Yep.
shouldn't have been rolled. I'll just keep the 2 base successes, nothing else.
Okay. All right. So the air spirits tell you, they can't see the future, but they do tell you that seeing her hanging around here a lot, not just to the south of the town, but she spends a lot of her nights like right here, right where I'm pinging. She comes out here at night all by herself.
Alright, if I still have any action economy left, do I? Or was that essentially my turn?
Well, that was your action to cast the spell, but you can still talk, and I'll let you do like a minor move, like you just want to change your basic position. I'm not going to let you change range bands though.
That's fine. Essentially, my general intention is I'm going to divert my attention from essentially the combat, as I'm not really feeling like I'm going to be able to impact that too much, and essentially switch over to investigating the area that she hands out in.
Fair enough. Alrighty. And that's the end of the round. Does anybody want to switch stances? While you're deciding, I ought to look at her character sheet and decide, because water isn't helping her too much if she can't move. So
I will stay in Earth stance.
she is going to air. She needs to not get Clobberstein now that you got her surrounded.
I'm going to switch to water stance.
All right.
Almost as if it happened before.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, Hell, I have a suggestion for the NPC.
Yes.
Maybe she should just switch to a prone stance.
Well, that's on you guys to decide, not her. Naomi, you still have her kind of hooked on your Kopesh. You can still attack her without giving that up. So if you want to keep thumping on her, you've already got her snared. You don't have to do anything to maintain that.
So yeah, I'll seeing that the Kage has come up. I give him a look like I got her high, you go low kind of type thing. Like
Okay.
the 2-in-1 like shampoo and conditioner combo.
Okay.
And,
They call us the Old Spice Brothers.
the Old Spice
Oh
Brothers.
my god. You got the
So,
rinse and repeat team.
Oh,
over
that's
here.
great.
So then,
I
yeah,
hate it here. I hate it here.
up on it.
Damn, the bacon and egg out here.
Then we got the sausage and biscuit. All right,
That chicken and lumplings.
my man. All right,
No, it's stumplings. That's what it was.
In the Mac.
so it is martial arts, right?
Martial arts melee, yep. Plus your ring. And it's target number 4, because now she's trying to avoid getting hit.
So I have 2 exploders. I have a success and 2 exploders. I will re-roll those 2.
Yeah, those can make this be a hit.
Two. Oops.
We'll just take the first 2. Or, well, one of them is a skill die, so, yeah, we can't even do that. Let me get your character sheet up. I'll do it for you. You are Naomi. We want to do 1 ring, 1 skill die. Boom.
Yeah.
Those are your extras.
All right, so I succeed.
All right, so you have a grand total of 1, 2, 3 on the table. So you can't hit her, but you also have a bunch of opportunities which you can spend.
Oh, don't I have one up here? So I had 2 exploders and a success and an opportunity.
Never mind. I was looking at the wrong one. So you got 1. That'll be 2, 3, 4. Yes. So you can hit. You're going to have to take all the successes, which means you have to take all that strife, which is 1, 2, 3 strife.
Alrighty.
But you can hit. You're going to take 3 strife, and you can also you're also going to have an opportunity, and you can also add another opportunity with another strife if you want to.
Alrighty. And I will use those opportunities to give Kage an opportunity to get in.
Okay, helping Akage. Got it. All right, so go ahead and give yourself your strife. She's hit again. She is actually going to spend a void point and let you crit her.
Ta-da.
So what is the deadliness of your weapon?
5.
And it is razor edged, right?
It is durable and snaring.
Snaring. Okay. She was hoping for razor edged because bleeding would be kind of funny on a Mahotsukai. Okay.
No, that's a horrible thing.
For those who don't know, that's how they fuel their spells, is with the blood. So if she's bleeding, that's just more magic for her. Alrighty, so she's going to have to defend against this crit. So she will roll fitness. Oop, that's your character sheet. I want to roll her character sheet. Alright, so she willingly spent the void point to take the crit. And... oh, she's in air. Grant, have you got the chart in front of you, by any chance?
Which one are you looking for there, sir?
Critical hits.
Yeah, let me bust it out. What are we looking at?
Naomi, what's the deadliness of your sword? Or Kopesh? 5.
Okay, so a 5 is currently a debilitating gash.
Okay.
The character will suffer a severely wounded condition for the ring that they use to make this check.
That sounds icky. I'm going to throw 2 successes at that.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
Like...
Well, difference is running blood fuels her spells, so that's a little bit too much blood.
All right, you'll drop down to flesh wound. Has the lightly wounded condition for the ring that they used for this check.
Indeed. Okay, so now that she's bleeding, yeah, it's like looks like brown river water. It's not like red blood.
Is it thin like river water?
Yeah, it's like she's bleeding river water.
Oh, gross.
Even smells like river water, like the brackish, stanky kind. It's just gross.
She's smelling of swamp.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, she is a peasant, so it makes sense that she
Yeah.
probably hasn't bathed today.
All right. She is now took a critical hit, but took no fatigue, so that's also in her favor. That was Naomi. Yep. So, Saito with the Kane on deck.
All right. So I believe we're gonna second verse same as the first this.
All right.
You're gonna whiff and hit the invisible cart.
Well, she is. I'm gonna say you've since we spread out a bit. You don't have that extra +1 TN penalty anymore. However, she is in the air stance, which puts her at 4. But yes, Isabu kind of moved to the side there and gave you a better shot. So that was good on him.
All right, and what was my TN again?
4.
4. Boo. All right, so. Oh, I got 2 hits and 2 opportunity. I wonder if I can use opportunity for anything.
All right. While you're thinking about it, let's have Akane start her action.
Yep, get a kicker. Come on, opportunities. Good lord.
That is bad luck.
Yeah, oh well.
Something you can do, Akane, since we're having bad luck, is spend your action to assist someone else, and that'll just give them more dice.
True.
There's no roll necessary. You just give them dice.
Okay.
I'll even let you say you did that instead of this.
Yeah, sure.
So who do you want to be assisting?
I'll assist Naomi.
Okay, fair. Alrighty. Saito, did you think of anything to do with your opportunities?
Yes, I did.
All right.
I can provide assistance to the next character to attempt a check that to accomplish something similar. So what I'm hoping is that I'm going to aim my arrow in such a way that she moves out of the way of the arrow into somebody else's attack.
Okay. Fair enough. You make her dodge. You make her juke right into somebody's sword. Or hammer, as the case may be. Whoever's up next. After Akane, I believe it is Isamu. Or, yes. So, yeah.
Alrighty.
So this was assistance, James. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
All right. So extra ring die for you, Isamu, if you want to thump her again.
I'm sure going to, and then in addition to that, I'm going to go ahead and spend my void dice on that, so I'll be keeping 2 extra dice.
Well, that is just shenanigans. It's a good thing she's in air stance. So you need a 4.
Shenanigans, says the guy that's like rolling 9 dice at a time.
10 in some cases.
Disgusting.
She has, it's awesome. 6 when you have a maximum of 5 in one of the skills. It's hilarious.
Oh, I need to add 2 more dice to that. Sorry.
Yes, you do. You really need to.
Yes, indeed. Hey,
that was
look at
very,
that.
Very. I don't think you're going to get to count that skill die, but yeah, the 2 ring dice are going to count.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that strife, and I'm just going to...
You're going to thumper is what you're going to do.
Oh, yes. So after I see the arrow from Akoma Saito come in, I get my bearing on it, and I wind up with the hammer, and the Otsuchi, and then in a just amazing underhand swing, I'm aiming for the stars, and I'm going to clip her in the chin. So that's going to be 9 damage.
So you had 4. How many successes total?
I kept 5, including the strife.
Yep. Okay, so that's plus 1 damage. So ouch. Well, you're not quite going to get her under the jaw because she's not going to accept that as a crit. That sounds nasty. But
it's only a crit of 3. She can totally accept it.
She probably could have, but I already spent the void point, so that's a shame. So she's just going to have to take a whole bunch of damage. She has 3 resistance, so what's your damage minus 3?
It's going to be 6 damage coming through.
Not good. Okay. She is not happy, not even a little. But she's not down.
Yet. And then I'll switch to Earth Stance.
Yeah, imagine that. All right, her go. She is going to spend her action to disentangle herself. So she is no longer immobilized.
Hal, quick mention on that. As long
Yes.
as she does not move, she is automatically removed from the immobilized condition. So.
Well, I'm going to... Yeah, she has been trying to before, but you guys had her pinned. So I'm still going to... The only reason she went into air stance was to clear her condition, so... I'm still going to make it cost her the round to get loose, and while she does that, Naomi, you're watching that last gas you gave her is closing right in front of your eyes, and she's bleeding a lot less of that river water.
You're muted.
I muted or
No.
Oh, okay.
Chris was.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
So I'm only allowed to say like 5 or 6 words, right?
Yeah.
Out loud.
Well,
or,
yeah. But
or
yeah,
a stern glance or whatnot.
you guys all can see that she is no longer suffering the effects of her light wound. It just went away.
So I'm just kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
That's a really fast heal, yeah.
And I try to give her another one to see if she can, heal as quickly.
Yeah, you have to wait for your turn for that, though. So she spent her turn disentangling. So Kage with Nai on deck.
Yeah, I want to attack her.
All right.
With my katana.
Target number 4, because she's very dodgy right now.
All right, just to be sure, I go on conflict sheet and I go to katana and I roll for that.
You can do it that way if you have it plugged in right.
Or no, I do the martial arts melee.
Yeah, martial arts melee plus the ring is what.
Okay.
And because she's in air stance, looks like that's gonna be a miss. So you can keep the 2 opportunities though.
Yeah, I'll keep the 2 opportunities. And what can I do with those?
Okay. While you're looking at it, we'll have Nai start doing his turn.
What would I roll for like an investigation check?
Okay. I know what you could find. Let me look at the skill list. What stance are you in, by the way? Are you still in air?
Still in air.
Yep. Okay.
I decided what I want to do with my opportunity.
I will let you roll either aesthetics, labor, or skullduggery. I can see a rationale for all of those.
I will side with aesthetics.
All right. It seemed like something a crane would probably have anyway. Target number 2. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be 2.
Also, I have Subtle Observer. I believe that allows me to roll 2 dice.
That will absolutely trigger. And while you're rolling your dice, Kage, did you decide on your opportunities?
Yeah. During an attack action check, increase the TN of the next check the target makes to resist a critical strike they suffer before the start of your next turn by one per opportunity, and I'm going to use both.
Alrighty. That's gross. Especially since she's been loading up on fatigue, so she's going to start taking crits. And Nai, what is your final answer on? Because you only need 2 successes, so how many?
Yeah, but I rolled the complete series of explodes, so if I take one, I have to take the whole series, yeah?
Yep.
So I'm going to take the exploding series and then the unstrifed opportunity to reduce the strife.
Okay.
But that takes me from 6 to 8, and my composure's an 8. But
Okay,
gives me a total of 3 successes.
All right. You notice that this little clearing at the side of the thorn patch, which is kind of secluded from the rest of the town, not a good line of sight here. You see that a lot of the ground has been disturbed, like Something big has been buried here. And actually, now that
All right.
you were,
All right.
I'll throw it out there anyway. What the hell? What you realize is it's not something big. It's actually a bunch of things, like a bunch of silhouette size 2 things.
For the sake of the folks like myself who don't really have a good mental barometer of what the silhouette sizes are, what's silhouette 2?
Something like maybe no more than 6 feet long by 3 feet wide.
We got some bodies buried.
Maybe some bodies.
Somebody.
Once told me.
Well, that would be
Somebody
odd,
was buried.
because this is absolutely not a graveyard, so this would be a strange place to bury bodies. And usually in Rokugan, you don't bury bodies anyway. You cremate them, and then you put the ashes in like a tomb, and that's what graveyards are. But this absolutely could be shallow graves. And it's a new round. So anybody changing stances?
Isamu is going to drop into water stance.
Sure. I think she needs to be in fire. This stuff hasn't been working so far. We're going fire for Suzuka-chan.
I think you could drop the Chan.
She's totally a Chan. She's very cute.
I'm saying in that in Earth, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
All right, Naomi. What you got? Your action.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the hits coming.
All right, it's only target number 2, because now she's changed her stances. She's going like berserker full offense. She's not dodging so much anymore. You got enough there.
All right, so I will just take these and then pin her down again after I clip her one more time.
That's right. You can totally snare her again. You got 2 opportunities there. As long as you take the 2 strife.
I will do so.
All right. So you will hit her, and you're going to snare her, and she's not. She's in fire. Do you know what? Oh, she can't. I spent the void point. No, she's got to take the fatigue. No.
Revenge for the murder bacon.
Yep. That's. No. You might get her. You might have her.
Oh, Murder Bacon. I love that name. That's great.
Oh, Suzuka-chan. Tell me you're not done yet. But so your damage is 4?
Yes, sir.
Oh, she'll be fine. For now. Not forever, but for now. But you got her snared again. She wasn't planning on going anywhere anyway. She was in fire stance. Okay. Saito with the Kane on deck.
Well, I've been singing that same song this whole time, so let's just toss another verse in there. Gotta get back to it. I mean, I just want as good of a roll as I had that first time around. That's all. Is that too much to ask?
Well, you can still hit because you got an exploder.
Yeah, hopefully.
Boom.
Oh, I accidentally added a skill die on as well.
That's fine. So that's a hit.
So I'm going to be taking the 2 opportunity and the 1 with strife, or the 2 opportunity and then the 2 hits, and then I'm going to add the 1 strife, and that's just going to be base damage, right?
Yep.
5 damage, trace, deadliness.
Oh no, she's at 14 fatigue.
so tired. Just take a nap.
It does not.
Damn it! I was hoping that the courtier with the bow would be the one to kill him.
All right. But you still have the 2 opportunities. What are you doing with them?
Give me 1 second. I will be sure to let you know. You can go ahead and move on to the
All
next
right.
person.
So I think that's Isamu. No, it's Akane that Isamu. Akane.
Oh, thirsty son.
Actually, sorry. I just realized I can do during my attack action, I can ignore 1 part of physical resistance per, and I'm going to use both of them to ignore 2 physical resistance.
Okay. You're in the water stance?
Yes.
Okay, that's something you can do. Yes, in which case that will finish her off.
Yeah.
Something tells me there's going to be a song about this one.
Oh, there definitely is.
So yes, just as she, in desperation, tries to go full cornered rat mode, an arrow just just appears in her throat. Thunk. Before she had a chance to eviscerate someone, just as she was starting to roar, and like her jaw just came way down, and you saw she had like a shark mouth, and then that arrow appears in her throat, and her eyes roll back, and over she goes. So we'll say that's the end of that fight. Woot.
I like that she unhinged her jaw.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just imagining like a snake, but with shark teeth. That's
They're looking monstrous as hell with the unhinged jaw.
Yeah. That bite has a deadliness of 8. That's a fun one.
Okay, good, because that helps our side of the story.
That's even worse than the boar.
After Isamu sees her go down, there is a final swing of the Otsuchi as he crushes her head.
What? You don't know that she regenerates.
You're right, I don't. But I do know that she went down, and I know how to keep down the Shadowlands creatures.
Yes. And you also just did see her regenerate, so yes.
Double
That's
tap.
true. So yeah, we abide by the double tap rule, and we make sure.
All right.
destroy the head. It's the only way to be sure.
Okay.
Like a Gallagher-esque, hammer blow to the head.
And I didn't even look at the time. We almost did that
Fairly
whole
accurate
session just fighting her. So yeah, good times. So we'll break out of initiative, and there's lollygaggers are coming over, and this minute or so this combat has been taking place. There are peasants kind of gasping and holding their hands over their gaping mouths as they see this wanton violence as the corpse of this apparent peasant girl is just getting ravaged by samurai.
Where's the nearest bathhouse?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, there's a river. There's also the temple, and there are taverns would probably turn you away, but you've got rapport with the guy with the red hair, and he might let you wash up as long as you don't tell him what you just did to his daughter.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of avoid the red hair.
That sounded bad.
Oh, I don't know if that's his daughter.
That's horrible. What's even worse is Isamu's going to go find a torch and light the body on fire.
Okay,
that's valid.
As
going
it
on.
seems that everybody else has this under control, Saito is going to unstring the bow, put it back on his back, do a bow, and then head back to where he was supposed to be standing.
Okay.
While that's going on, I'm going to get some peasants with some shovels and some priests.
I'm going to go to get purified.
All right. There's the temple in town. Some of you have been to it already. The two of you who got blood spat up on can go literally wash up and then get spiritually washed up.
Yep, that's exactly the plan.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. The three magistrates are going to be coming out and seeing what all is going on. So These two left. So out of the 4 who are here, that's the cart. Get to that. Here we go. So out of the 4 who are here, what do you guys? There's the 3 magistrates are coming out, looking around in amazement, and surprise. Like, what's going on?
Well, I'll step forward to talk to them.
All right.
Yes, we dealt with a veritable demon in your humble town.
The crab looks at the scorpion, and the scorpion looks at the crab, and it looks at you. What do you mean, a demon?
Well, big mouth, roughly about yay big, rows of sharp teeth. It's no big deal. We already took care of it.
Uh-huh.
The body's right over here if you'd like to see it.
Yep. Well, it's been pretty well mangled, but yeah, it is right here. Anybody else saying anything?
Isamu is going to walk up to the Yasuki and bow low and, pardon me, Yasuki-san. I apologize for leaving my post, but when I sensed a disturbance, I felt that I needed to investigate.
He says, and what say you in all this? Is his attitude? Is it really a demon?
I do not want to contradict the Akoma, but I do believe it might have been a blood speaker.
Now that you are kind of out of the crisis moment, because you are familiar with Shadowlands stuff. Maybe you know more than what the other ones know. Trying to figure out what would be a good skill to have you roll. I'll have you roll Earth and Theology, or you pick the ring, but Theology.
Oh yeah, no, it's I need to buy that skill up. So let's see what we get.
So it seems kind of weird whenever a crab does a knowledge roll.
No, crab know things. They know engineering. They know Shadowlands.
Yeah, they know a lot.
I'm gonna keep going.
Is your that's the exploder. I was gonna say, how do you only have 1 Earth? That's like the worst crap ever.
No, I've got 3 Earth, but I don't have
yes.
Theology, so I will take all 3 Strife for 3 successes.
Okay. All right. So what you are able to identify, this is a bog hag. This is a shape-shifting Shadowlands creature. They're very adept at infiltrating past the Crablands because they can take the forms of people that they kill. Often by literally just taking their skins and wearing it.
Okay.
And as you were mashing the body, you were seeing the nice young supple skin of a human peasant peeled off, and there's like this withery, like Yoda woman thing underneath. Very, very ugly and nasty.
Okay.
The description.
Well, at least we know what happened to Yaddle from episode 1.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's a great joke.
Wow.
When the opportunity is available, I am going to mention to the magistrates that I believe I found some shallow graves.
Indeed. Okay. Well, the magistrates will order some peasants. Actually, the Scorpion Magistrate has the authority to do that. And there are some low-ranking peasants that they... You know what? They have prisoners. Prisoners are going to come out and do that. And it'll take a while to get everything organized, but by then the bathing and purifications will be done for those who got spat up on, and you guys will be there. You can witness prisoners being made to find out what was buried there, and it turns out it's 2 dead samurai. The big Ronin with a Tetsubo and the smaller, thin Ronin with a bow. Of course, their weapons aren't here, but these are
Oh,
their bodies.
Session characters. So sad.
off-session characters, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. Lucky Frog's Ronin bodyguards,
Dang.
of which
What an anyone? No.
Yep. The Scorpion Magistrate recognizes them, and he mentions, "Oh, it's these are known associates with a merchant who passes through here by the name of Lucky Frog."
Wait, who passes through here?
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, he had a Yeah, everyone can go ahead and give me a air plus sentiment. Why not?
Everyone or everyone that's there?
Everyone everyone is there. So
Oh, this ought to be entertaining. Ooh.
you have a secret target number.
I'm just going to keep one. Success.
Okay. Well, you fail.
Yes, I do.
But you get a void point because I said secret target number.
I love my void points.
Yep.
You said what was the skill?
Sentiment.
Santa. Oh boy.
Your anti-bullshit skill.
What's the situation when your strife is at your composure?
Now
When
I get opportunity.
it's equal, nothing. It has to be higher for you to be compromised.
So I'm going to not take any successes and just take that opportunity to lower a strife.
Okay.
Whereas I just
Fair
kind
enough.
of catch my breath.
I'm going to use one of my opportunity to learn this character's demeanor.
Well, the Scorpion Magistrate is a female bushi by the name of Sadako. Bayushi Sadako.
Oh, okay.
Demeanor, lying.
She wears a full face porcelain mask.
Ooh,
It's got like a hole for the mouth and 2 holes for the nostrils and holes for the eyes.
Okay.
So she's got clearly a poor poker face because she tries like literally cover her whole face.
Hey, I can respect that.
So what was your final answer on successes?
I got 0. I just got 12.
Oh, you're doing okay. So did anybody get more than 1? Because 1 was the biggest.
2.
Okay, 2 is also a failure, but everyone who failed also gets a void point.
Nice.
Does anybody get more than 2? Doesn't sound like it. So it sounds like everybody gets a void point. And somebody was discerning demeanor. Whoever that was, this Scorpion is absolutely shrewd.
Okay.
Yep.
Nothing to see here.
Yep. So, of course, those probably know what she's hiding out of character. She's hiding that, Lucky Frog got his ass assassinated in the Scorpion estate the other night. And now his 2 bodyguards have turned up dead. So this is all very interesting.
No Scorpions were involved in the killing of Lucky Frog.
Nobody even knows Lucky Frog was killed. But yes, those who do have objective out-of-game meta knowledge, the Scorpions actually did not kill him. They just need to make sure they can't let it known that a guest in their house got their ass killed. That's embarrassing stuff right there.
Yeah. By a unicorn, no doubt.
Apparently, that's so says the phony baloney evidence that was left behind.
Oh, those dirty unicorn, always doing bad things.
Yep. All right.
Hey, my wife's a unicorn.
Future wife.
Future wife's a unicorn.
Yes.
My fiance's a unicorn.
Well, then when she, oh wait, never mind, you're a Ronin.
So
She doesn't get a clan name.
So you know firsthand how dirty they are.
Wow.
All right, so we are at the 2-hour point, so that just kind of ran by. We never even took a break or anything. So I think this is probably a particularly good spot, not just as good as any, to leave off for next time. I want to thank everybody who stuck around to watch. Kingdom Mage, we're going to get that die rolled on somebody besides that poor innocent peasant girl. So someone's going to make good use of it. So don't worry. We have D&D, Big Chris. That's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, bright and early at 10 Central.
There we go. We can watch the ongoing adventures in Icefire. Yeah. And we got Shadowrun on Tuesday nights, run by Danny Oliver, the mastermind behind Missions itself. So it's a good show, and we got a lot going on. Want to thank everybody.
We also have the new Dresden stream Monday at 9.
Is that this coming? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. If you join the Patreon for Rem Alternus, we also have bonus content. I know I don't know. Am I allowed to announce what we just filmed? I don't know. We got some good stuff coming though. And thanks for watching.
Thanks for having us, man. It was great.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
Have a good night.
Thanks, everybody.